Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I've been able to build my self-confidence to wear what I please at music festivals. I'm going to be talking about how I've been able to build my self-confidence in the music and festival scene to wear what I please. And I think this is something that's super important for girls who might just be starting out going to music festivals, or in general, if you've just been wearing kind of the same of like a t-shirt and shorts and like nothing that extravagant because you don't feel comfortable. I'm hoping that this video that I make will be helpful for you guys. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Ade. I launched a music festival blog called Vibe with Ade back in September of 2017, and it has grown into an awesome community and a YouTube channel and all that stuff. If you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button to join the little Vibe tribe. I love you guys so much. You can also find me on social media at Vibe with Ade to see all my festival adventures, behind the scenes, kind of stuff like that. So I did write a blog post on this. It's going to be in the description box below, so if you want to reference it, you can do that. That way you're not listening to my voice all the time. But the way that I see it, that I've been able to get myself to this point, is having a connection of my mind, body, and soul. As like cliche as that is, I think when you have all three of these aligned and working with each other, it helps. And I think this just doesn't go for like confidence at music festivals and raves. I think it goes for like literally anything, like your whole self-confidence as like a person. And one of my goals for 2019 is to just be more confident and sure of myself this year. So I'm doing what I can to do that. I think the first thing that you have to know is that it is a long process to get to this point. Like my fitness journey, I started back in 2015, and like now I'm finally seeing the results I've wanted. It's all been a testing and learning process, and I've just been going with the flow and learning and seeing what I can do to improve my life and things like that. So if you're just now starting out on wanting to improve your self-confidence, just know like to be patient with yourself. Like it doesn't happen just overnight, but it can be done when you do things to help and you're doing things to improve your life. Then the confidence will slowly come. It's not just one day you're gonna wake up and be like, I'm gonna be more confident today. I think building confidence is like putting all these different actions and rituals and things into your life. Then confidence is the result. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna wake up and be confident and then that happens, you know? I think you have to do some things to build that confidence, and then you will naturally get there, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind, so I hope that makes sense to you. What I will say is that I will provide some like actionable things that you can be doing to get your mind right and to get your body right and soul and all that stuff, so that then you will eventually get confidence and you'll wake up being like, wow, like I can do that, I can wear that, I can do this. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is mind. Obviously, in your mind, I think that your mind is such a powerful tool, and I've done a lot of research and reading lately, and it's just become that you can convince yourself of anything really, and you can convince yourself in a good way that you can do anything, but you can also convince yourself in a bad way that you can't do anything. And that's kind of where like negativity and like anxiety and stuff like that does come into play, where you're like, I can't do this, I can't do that, like, oh, I can never wear that outfit. Like if you constantly are in that headspace of saying I can't and I won't and all these things, then yeah, you won't get there and you won't be able to do those things because you're already setting your mind up for failure for that to even happen. So the biggest thing that I have changed is that mindset, and being like, okay, well maybe I can't wear that yet, but I'm gonna get myself to a place where I can wear this outfit, or I can feel comfortable in this bodysuit, or I can feel comfortable showing that much skin out in public. The first thing that I did was just swapping out negatives for positives, and just instead of I can't wear that, I can wear this one day, and I want to work on other aspects of my life so that I can eventually wear that one day, you know? It's like another thing with like learning and stuff like that, like with work and like career challenges and stuff like that. I don't know how to do this, but I'm willing to learn and take the steps to learn, you know? So you kind of have to like start changing your mindset, and it can be as little as like, I can't work out every single day, and it's like, well then you don't have to. Say, I'm gonna try and work out 3 to 4 times a day, and you'll start to see kind of like that progression. Or I could never eat this like type of food. Like I can't be that healthy. I can't cut these things out. And then it's like, okay, well, if you start making an effort and start trying and swap those can'ts for can, or I want to, or I will try to, then you'll start noticing a progress and difference in your mindset. And then you'll be able to, when you are ready to do certain things, you'll be able to be like, yeah, like I do feel good about this. I can wear this. I could probably go on like on and on and on about like your mindset and like all these things. I know it's just like, oh, you just need to be more positive and stuff. And that just seems so simple. And I know it's not. You need to just start like rewiring your brain in a way and being more positive to yourself and have a more positive inner voice to yourself. Because if you're telling yourself, no, I'm ugly, I'm fat, like I'll never look good in that. If you start doing that more, then it's like you're just damaging to yourself. But if you're like, no, like start giving yourself a little bit more self-love and being like, no, I am beautiful. Like I will be able to rock that one day and things like that, then you will be able to do that. But you just have to know that you have to be patient with yourself and you have to let yourself know that like you're doing the best you can. You just got to start making those baby steps to one day get there. This girl messaged me the other day. She was like, how do I feel comfortable with my body? And I said, accept it and love it for what it is. It carries your soul and bears through all you put it through. Do things that make it feel good, whether it's working out, yoga, going for a walk. See food as energy and nourishment to fuel and carry yourself. Highly recommend journaling and take slow baby steps, meaning if you only go to the gym once a week, then do and aim for that. Then if you can go more, do that. If you want to eat healthy, then make it a goal to eat a certain amount of healthy meals. You don't have to go complete cold turkey on foods that are bad for you. Slowly start incorporating more healthy foods to fuel your body. If you start putting yourself first and your body first, it'll slowly come. Believe me, it's been a very long journey, almost 4 years for me to be where I am today. I hope this helps. With the mindset, just start working on it. What I do is I journal a lot. You can start journaling, talk about how you feel. My trainer also gave me one really good tip is that in the morning, she told me to start journaling and do it in the present tense or the future tense of like, I woke up today and I feel great. I look great. I'm eating healthy. I'm sticking to my macros. I'm working out. And it's almost like you're like self-manifesting in a way, and that one day you will wake up that way because that's what you're working towards and that's the goal. So she told me to start already writing as if you're that happy-go-lucky person and you've hit all your goals. Like, what does that look like for you? Like, how would you feel? And then you'll start picturing it yourself. And like another thing she also taught me was to start thinking your future self as like another person, and that what you're doing for her in the future is like what you do today for her. And so even though like I'm talking about myself, like what could I be doing so that I do feel more confident later down the road, so she feels more confident and stuff like that. So that's something that I also thought was super helpful, that I hope is helpful to you guys. The next thing I'm going to talk about is body. And so I don't want this to get put off in a wrong way that you have to look a certain way to be confident. I've seen girls of all shapes and sizes who rock the hell out of their bodies no matter what shape or size it is. So I'm not telling you guys you need to be doing this or need to be doing that to look a certain way to be confident. Most of the time, like no matter like what size you are, like it's all about like what you work on up here and in your soul and stuff, that it doesn't really matter. However, what I am recommending is that do things to fuel your body, do things to nourish your body, to energize it, to have it be active and things like that. Because I know like some girls do work out and they just have other things in place where they can't lose weight, or it's hard for them to lose weight, it's hard for them to gain weight, stuff like that. So I'm just saying do things to make your body be active, get it moving, and whatever you can do to find that you like. Like for me, I love working out, I love going to the gym, I love lifting heavy, I love doing sprints on a treadmill, and I love going to spin, I love going to yoga, stuff like that. Find what you like to do, even if it's going for a walk, taking your dogs for a walk, or it's going to yoga. Whatever you can find that you like to do, just do it. You don't have to go every single day to the gym like I do. Like I have been in such a routine to go every day, and the gym has become like my mental escape, and it's become the way that I like, feel good about myself. I go every day. Like if I don't go to the gym, like I get super stressed out. Aside from like rest days, I love rest days, I utilize those wholeheartedly, but during the week, if I don't go to the gym, I get in such a bad mood because it literally de-stresses me out and calms me down. I utilize the gym as like my little escape place to focus on myself for an hour and put in the work and whatnot. But find something that's gonna work for you. And if you don't go to the gym every single day right now, then aim for once a week, aim for 2 times a week, and then slowly build up that progression, and you'll start to notice you're happier, you feel lighter, you just feel more energetic as you slowly start inputting like gym and working out and stuff into your routine. You'll start to notice a difference, and that's just like a natural thing that just happens when you start working out and taking care of yourself. You'll notice a difference. On the other side of it is eating healthy and I'm not saying eating to lose weight or eating to look a certain way. I'm just saying fuel your body with the nutrients it needs. I never used to eat vegetables growing up as a kid. I didn't eat like a salad until I was like in high school, and I never ate vegetables until I was in college. Like I was wholeheartedly junk food, like fast food, just protein and like carbs. Like I didn't really like eat like, but the bad carbs, like not like vegetables, like French fries, pizza, like that was like my jam. Like if my parents made chicken teriyaki with vegetables, I would have chicken and rice and that's it. I was very fortunate. I had a good metabolism up until college. I slowed down that metabolism because I was binge drinking, binge eating with no diet or workout regimen in place. Now I eat to fuel my body and I'm doing macros so I can reach my goals that I want to do fitness wise. But when I eat crappy, like my stomach hurts, I feel so sluggish, stuff like that. So just try and start incorporating more greens into your diet, making sure you're getting enough of like the macronutrients you need to sustain your body. And I'm not saying you need to go cold turkey, like just quit everything. Like I think if you slowly start cutting things out like soda, or you reduce going out to eat like to a couple times a week instead of every day, like if you start making those slight changes, you'll notice a difference. View food as fuel. Food helps carry your body, helps keep you going. Just view it as fuel, and you want to nourish it with good fuel. You want to nourish it with things that are going to give you more energy, that are going to not have you feeling sluggish, that are going to help your body perform the way it needs to perform. That's really all I will say about the body, is to just get it moving and to nourish it with good food that will fuel your body, because it does carry you and you do put it through a lot. For the soul, this is where I think like self-love and self-care kind of like comes into play, because like your mind is like your thought process, what you think, all that kind of stuff. Your body is obviously your body, the vessel that carries you, but then your soul is like your actual being and like how you like are, I would say. The way that I see it is that I think when it comes to taking care of my soul, it's all about like self-love and self-care, and what I'm doing to make sure that me as a being and a person is doing well, so that it then triggers like having a good mindset, and then like my body feels good at the same time. I think it all just like comes connected in that way. And so the things that I've been doing to practice like self-love is like meditation and stretching and drinking enough water and journaling and stuff like that, and knowing when I need to rest and knowing when to say no, I think is an important act of self-love to yourself. I am the biggest, like, I'm so guilty of this, because I'm like, oh, like, I want to do everything. Like, I don't want to say no to anything, but sometimes you just need to say no and do things for yourself. And I think that's the most selfish thing you can do, but it's good for yourself. Just taking care of yourself, I think, and tending to what you have going on in your little mind and your heart and stuff like that is super important. And what I tell people is that, like, I can't help others if I'm not helping myself first. You know, if I'm not putting myself first and taking care of myself, like I can't be a good friend to people. I can't be a good girlfriend or a good daughter or like good friend to anyone if I'm like all out of sorts, you know? So sometimes that is just like taking a day off and just relaxing, decompressing. Sometimes that's journaling. Sometimes it's just sleeping and just resetting and all that stuff. So I think aside from all of that you could be doing to start implementing like better rituals in your morning care routine and your nighttime routine, I think when you have all these different rituals and things in place, it helps bring like your mind together and your body together through that. Because like if I'm staying hydrated, I'm nourishing my body and like taking care of myself that way. And then like when I'm meditating, I'm giving myself a clear head to think and my mind to think and work through some stuff. And so I think the soul part is like probably the most important, because then it gets all of these other things together. So if you have any questions on how more to do that, I think the best way to describe it is just to like nurture your soul with things that feel good, you know, and to be a little selfish sometimes. So the last thing I have here, I just went on like a ton of different things that I do that have helped build my self-confidence to get to where I want to be and what I wear. And I know this wasn't so focused on like festival rave wear, but I think that's like a component of it. Like now I feel so confident to do a lot of different things aside from just festival rave wear. So I hope that was helpful. And if you guys have any questions, just comment them down below. So then I did put in my blog post, great aid. So how can I get started? Because I know I just went on this tangent. The best progression that I say, that if you want to wear something, get to a point to wear something, do like a little bit here and there to like get yourself more comfortable. So like my first festival, my first raves ever, I was very like conservative, I'd say. I was like wearing like a crop top and like shorts and calling it a day kind of thing. And then it was probably Crush 2017. I wore like this bralette and a mesh shirt and like some bottom. And that was like my first time like showing more skin than normal. And that was because I'd like been working out and like stuff like that. Even though I wasn't like in shape really by any means, like I still had like a lot to lose from, because that was probably like my second heaviest point ever in my life. And so I just slowly started like wearing these things to get me a little bit more comfortable. And then I'm trying to think when I like, oh, so then as I was doing this by EDC 2017, I wore like one of those like crop tops and high-waisted bottoms. Like I finally felt comfortable enough to wear that by EDC. And I also wore like, everything I wore was like high-waisted bottoms and like crop top or like bralette or something, which was like something I'd never done before. So after EDC, then I started like feeling more and more comfortable. And I was like, okay, well, let's try like just wearing a bodysuit, or let's try wearing like these lace-up bottoms. So it's slowly been just like kind of a slow progression, but the more that you like do it and you get like comfortable in it, like the more you'll want to wear it and like challenge yourself to wear new things. Like, and it's still gonna be like a process and everything, but what you can do is like, if you want to try out this outfit and you're at the festival and you don't like it, like put on some leggings, bring a backup t-shirt, bring on a sweatshirt or something, so that you could just throw that on after. Like at Freaky Deaky, I brought a Porter long sleeve shirt and I just threw that on because I wasn't like, I was comfortable in what I was wearing, but I wanted to be like comfy. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be comfy. And it got cold. That's my biggest tip, is just to take some small baby steps, and then you'll one day get there and you'll be a blossoming butterfly looking so pretty at the rave. And then at the bottom of the blog post, I just have some actionable takeaways that I already kind of talked about, which is like being active, eat to fuel your body, eat to fuel your body, eat to fuel your body, journaling, meditating, take time for yourself, self-love and care. The biggest thing that I said is remind yourself that it's okay when there's a bump in the road, acknowledge it, surrender to it, and learn from it. There's no need to beat yourself up if you didn't make it to the gym or you gave in and had a slice of pizza. Like, it's okay. We all aren't perfect and you just gotta learn from it and move on. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. So let me know if you have any questions, comment them down below. And you can also join the little Vibe Tribe by hitting that subscribe button. You can find me on social media at VIBEWITHADE, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.